One budget, $70,000. 3 years ago, that budget bought you one ad, one message for one audience. Today, for a cleaning company, we made 10 different videos with that same budget. Not because the budget grew, because the way video gets made has changed. It feels like since any competitor can now generate video with AI, standing out in B2B video marketing is impossible. That's partly true, but there are things almost every B2B company is still missing, and that's exactly where the opportunity is right now. Today, we'll cover how AI is really changing this market and which formats almost nobody uses yet, even thought they already work. I'm Sergey Rodin, founder of Lava Media, a video marketing agency. Quick note on how all of this connects. Some of what we covered today builds reach and awareness. Some turn that awareness into warm demand. And some closes that demand into an actual lead. A real B2B video strategy works this way. No single tool does everything. We'll keep coming back to this. Section 1. How AI is changing this market. Let's start simple. What does AI video generation actually give B2B marketers? More variety and more content. Content you can use for testing and for talking to different audiences. Here's what it used to look like. You have $70,000 for one ad. You pick one audience, one message, and shoot one video around it. Now, with AI, that same budget can make 7 videos, which means 7 audience segments, 7 completely different messages. There are cases where AI isn't right tool, but broadly, if you are talking to a wide general audience and the goal is brand awareness and you want to wrap your message in a simple, easy to understand metaphor through creative visuals, AI can help you generate that. If you have a SaaS product and need animation to show different features to different audiences, AI can help build that animated video too. We actually broke down exactly where AI works and where humans still needs to step in a real project. Links in the description if you want to see it in detail. Compared to a few years ago, we simply have more ways to make different videos for different audiences. What does this get you in the end? More targeted communication, and as a result, higher conversion into website visits or direct inquiries. But here's an important warning, and this is where a lot of people are getting it wrong in the other direction. Right now, there is a huge wave of requests for AI avatars. It might work for some use cases, but if you are in B2B and you are thinking about making an AI avatar, talk about your brand, drop that idea immediately. It's a cheap trick that will damage your reputation. No matter how good the demo reels look, AI avatars give themselves away. There is going to be a flood of these avatars everywhere. And what people will actually value is a real person, a real expert, someone visibly human, in the micro expressions, in the small imperfections. Even when an avatar is built from a real person's face, the micro expressions still give it away. So if your deal sizes are 15K, 50K, hundreds of thousands of dollars, don't kill those deals with a bad AI avatar on your website or in media. You'll save 5, 10K by skipping a real shoot, but you'll lose a lot more on deals that don't close. It's not worth it. If this kind of breakdown is useful, subscribe. Every week I cover real video marketing strategy based on what we actually see working with clients. Video podcast, executives talking to executives. Here's something almost nobody does. Video podcast featuring executives from other companies. A lot of companies do audio podcasts, inviting guests that way, but very few do it on video. Shell is a great example. They have hosts who bring in executives and industry leaders and have real conversations with them on camera. I know a lot of enterprise B2B companies run heavy ABM, account-based marketing. You target a specific company, get to know different departments inside it, build sales relationships with people across those departments, and keep the relationship going for a long time. Here's the thing, if you build a media show, especially one where your own sales and marketing leaders host it, and you invite people from the exact company you are doing ABM, your ABM gets dramatically stronger. Think about the difference. One version, you are trying to build a relationship remotely, inviting someone to dinner, trying to get to know them. Another version, you invite them into a media space, talk through their actual business problems on camera, and showed where a company could genuinely help. That's a completely different level of contact. Everyone that person seems will at least watch this episode, which is why production quality matters so much here. If you are inviting an executive on, you need to show visually how much you value that conversation and what level of final content you deliver. In the visuals, in the storytelling, in the questions you ask. Shell does this really well, visually, in the writing, in how they structure episodes. You've solved the ABM problem, you've brought in a stakeholder. Now their whole department, their colleagues on the client side will watch it too. You are no longer the one trying to get through. People come to you, they watch you. The whole market hears about you, not just your competitors. But potential clients you hadn't even thought about yet might see the episode and get interested. Powerful, currently underused tool. One more thing worth adding here. Video podcasts are common in tech because tech is built on personal brand. Founders in an industry you can't physically touch. It's very different from heavy industries, steel, railroads, heavy machinery. But for those older heavy industries, this format is genuinely an open ocean. Look at Shell. Whatever anyone says, they clearly see the future in this, and they're building their reputation through this exact channel. The executive doesn't have to sit there interviewing people in personally, but building a media channel featuring people from your industry and from your clients, that's a genuinely good idea for a heavy industry, because it sets you apart from competitors and it becomes part of your marketing. You are already doing marketing, you are already managing reputation, PR, client relationships. Even if you don't have the same direct lead generation as tech, form field signups, you still have reputation, and that reputation affects government contracts, tenders, how the public sees you. The focus shifts slightly. There is no such direct dependency, but you understand what reputation is and how mass media shapes it. And here's the flip. A video blog or YouTube channel like this is already shaping that reputation. Now let's move from long-form conversational content to what's happening with B2B on short-form social. And here the picture is almost the opposite of what I just described. Reels with behind-the-scenes content. This is more of a social media management strategy for Instagram, LinkedIn. What are most brands doing right now? Take John Deere, for example. Very surface level content copying whatever trend is going around, like the one where you hold your finger on the screen and see which excavator you get, with 100 images flipping by in a second. Funny? Sure, get some views. But there is what almost nobody actually does, and it's a trend that's only going to grow. A consistent format with real production quality and a bit of humor that fits a B2B audience. Combining the three things, consistency, production, humor, into stable video content is hard. But if you pull it off, it completely boosts your social presence. Look at the account Bakey Coffee Shop.
Hello, this place looks nice. How are you?
Are you like visiting from somewhere?
I'm actually on vacation from Berlin.
Berlin! We love Berlin. I'm about to go on a 3-week silent techno retreat there.
My 8-year situationship Capricorn lives there.
Great.
So what can I get you? Maybe like an accidentally vegan unsweetened barley latte?
Or we can spit in your mouth or slap you in the face for an extra $30. A lot of Berliners ask for that.
Actually, a plain drip coffee would be good.
It's not even a real coffee shop. It's a fictional script project. A writer and actor build an episodic series where she plays a barista. But here's exactly what's missing in B2B. Every reel follows one format. One shot follows the barista, another follows the guest. Now imagine a company that roasts coffee and sells it white label to smaller sellers or coffee shops. If they made content like this, the entire coffee industry would know them. Demand for their product, assuming the product is good, would grow massively. Brand recognition would grow by 100 times. This one creator proves the point. If you have a consistent format, solid production, and humor that fits your brand, it can take off fast. Almost nobody in B2B does this right now. Not because someone tried it, failed, and the industry moved on. It's because it's simply easier both to get approved internally and to produce. To shoot a quick reel where you tap the screen and pick a tractor, you get standard, average results, both in the numbers and in the final product. Coming up with a real format, committing to a strategy for 6 months or a year, getting it approved, investing in production, agreeing on the humor, all of that is harder. But the payoff is much bigger, because it's a genius blue ocean social media right now. Nobody's closed this door. It's wide open. Let's move on from brand awareness to where leads actually come from. Long-form YouTube videos built for SEO. Most B2B marketers are used to building landing pages for search traffic, commercial pages for commercial intent, blog pages for informational intent, hundreds of pages by service, hundreds by industry. The same strategy applies to YouTube, and there is an advantage here. YouTube videos that fully answer a search query get pushed by YouTube itself into its own search results, depending on intent. And given that text content is about to get compressed by search engines into a single AI-generated answer, one thing they are definitely not compressing is the video section. the part that shows exactly where in a video your question gets answered, with the option to actually watch it. That's not getting folded into an AI summary, which means there is a real growth opportunity here and real future competition with AI-generated search answers. For example, we looked at Salesforce channel and their strategy. A lot of their videos are built directly around search queries. Take Model Context Protocol, explained in 90 seconds. About 400,000 views. We check the keyword Model Context Protocol in SEMrush. About 15,000 searches per month in the United States. That video is built directly around that search term. Same with how to use Agentforce with MuleSoft. The title lines up with the keyword MuleSoft integration, which also has a real search volume in SEMrush. By the way, this ties back to what we covered in the video podcast section. Heavy industry almost never does keyword-driven video the way Salesforce does. Another blue ocean inside the same blue ocean. This is harder work than building a page on your site, but we live in a world where video carries more weight with people than text does. If you make a video built around a search query, the format depends on your business and your keywords. Could be a minute or two of animation explaining something. Could be an expert talking, but trust in video is inherently higher than trust in text. I'm not saying drop text SEO, that's a parallel track. And for a lot of companies, this is like the Reels point. A long game, long internal approvals, a long ramp into understanding the content and how to structure it. But with the right partner, like us at Lava Media, it's absolutely doable. Videos like this generate leads exactly the same way an SEO page does. You build a page for a specific industry, explain your features for that industry, and based on the numbers, you know that if a potential client lands on that page, it closes them roughly 20-30% of the time. Video works the same way. A well-built video targeting the right search query will close the viewer into a lead. We're not talking millions of views. In B2B, that's hundreds, maybe a few thousand views per video. There's not a lot of it, and that's completely normal. Video on commercial pages. Where else can a video help? Same as SEO pages again. A lot of companies just have walls of text on these pages. Many are turning these into something well-designed, something pleasant to look at. The next step people forget: adding video directly to those pages. Take Salesforce again. They have industry pages, feature pages. Take Salesforce Home Durables, right in the hero section, a great video. Part testimonial, part promo, an executive from some company giving a testimonial, beautiful shots of furniture, kitchen appliances, and the connection why Salesforce, why this matters. The videos support the page. The text already did its job. It got indexed, the search engine understood what the page is about, brought the right lead. From there, video closes the rest. It's easier to hit play than to read. And depending on the page and the audience, the videos themselves change. Go to page grows, creates complexity. Your revenue engine shouldn't. That's an animated video, bright, with icons. The last page had a testimonial. And don't assume video only goes in the hero section. Videos can be shot and placed all over the page. On that same page, scroll down a bit. There is a short video sitting right above the section on what the lead actually gets: boost mobile worker productivity, voiceover showing the actual interface, what to click, what happens with the light animated frame around the screen recording. Some people just don't want to read, they'd rather click play, get the information, move on. And if you are in B2B working across multiple industries with multiple services, and you are already doing SEO on your site, adding video to these pages isn't about bringing in new leads. It's about increasing the conversion rate of the pages you already have. And you don't have to guess at this. There is real external data. Lead capture forms embedded directly in the video convert at 25% on average. And if that form sits in the last quarter of a 1 3-minute video, conversion goes up to 58%. Say your page converts at 10% now. With video and well-placed form, that could become 20-30%. Run the math against your own traffic. Put it all together, AI gives you more content variety, but it doesn't replace a real expert. Video podcasts and video blogs build reputation and strengthen ABS, especially in places where almost nobody is doing this yet, in heavy industries. Reels with a consistent format build recognition on social, where most brands are still just doing chaos. YouTube built for SEO catches warm demand at the exact moment someone's searching. And video on commercial pages turn that demand into an actual lead. This isn't 5 separate tactics, it's a funnel from reach to close, and almost nobody in B2B builds the whole thing. If you want to figure out how this applies to your company, reach out to us at Lava Media, link in the description. Close conversation is free. See you next time.